In the annals of ancient history, few names resonate with the power and panache of Thutmose III, the Egyptian pharaoh who changed the course of warfare forever. He was a warrior king, a strategist par excellence, and a conqueror whose ambitions knew no bounds. Today we're going to unleash the pharaoh, exploring the military tactics that made Thutmose III invincible. So sit tight and get ready to be amazed by the story of one of the greatest warriors of the ancient world. Imagine yourself in the year 1479 BC. The Egyptian Empire under Thutmose III is at its zenith. The mighty pharaoh stands poised at the edge of the Syrian desert, ready to lead his army into battle against a coalition of hostile kings. With a strategic brilliance that would put even modern generals to shame, Thutmose divides his forces into 3 columns, each led by a skilled commander. As the sun beats down on the arid landscape, the Egyptian chariots thunder forward, their bronze-tipped spears flashing in the sunlight like 1,000 burning stars. They are a sight to behold, these chariots, masterpieces of engineering and warfare, light yet sturdy, swift yet durable, armed with deadly precision. And then there are the foot soldiers, an elite force of 20,000 men armed with bows and arrows, javelins and swords. They move as one, a green wave crashing against the enemy lines. The battle rages for hours, but it is a battle of attrition, not of strength. For Thutmose has planned this campaign meticulously. He knows his enemies' weaknesses and plays upon them, slowly but surely whittling down their numbers. Finally, when the enemy is exhausted and demoralized, the Egyptians strike the killing blow, rooting the coalition and securing a decisive victory for the empire. It is a display of military genius that will echo through the ages, cementing Thutmose III's place in history as one of the greatest warriors of the ancient world. Welcome to my channel, and today let us embark on an exhilarating journey through time and explore the brilliant strategies that made Thutmose III's chariots unstoppable. These chariots were more than just modes of transportation. They were instruments of war, marvels of engineering that played a pivotal role in the Egyptian victories. But what was it about these chariots that made them so effective? What innovations did the Egyptians introduce to make their chariots superior to their opponents? Join us as we delve into the secrets of the Egyptian chariot and discover how they revolutionized warfare during Thutmose III's reign. The story of Thutmose III is one of ambition, determination, and military genius. Born in 1490 BC, Thutmose ascended to the throne of Egypt at the tender age of 14, following the death of his father, Thutmose II, although he had Hatshepsut, his stepmother, acting as regent during his minority. Thutmose did not let this hinder him from acquiring the knowledge and skills necessary to rule and lead his people to greatness. He studied military tactics, honed his fighting skills, and observed the ways of the kingdom. This period of growth and learning proved to be invaluable, as Thutmose would go on to become one of the most successful pharaohs in Egyptian history. But Thutmose's path to greatness was not without its challenges. He faced internal power struggles, external threats, and the daunting task of expanding his empire. Yet he rose to meet each challenge with courage, cunning, and an unwavering commitment to his people. One of the primary reasons for Thutmose's success was his military innovations. He recognized the importance of having a strong and well-trained army and took steps to ensure that his soldiers were always prepared for battle. He introduced new weapons, improved training techniques, and developed innovative battle strategies that caught his enemies off guard. One of the most significant contributions of Thutmose to warfare was his use of chariots. Chariots had been used in warfare for centuries, but Thutmose's military engineers took them to a whole new level. They designed chariots that were faster, stronger, and more maneuverable than any that had come before them. These chariots were instrumental in the Egyptian army's success on the battlefield. They allowed soldiers to move quickly and strike their enemies with speed and precision. Moreover, the Egyptians kept horses for chariot racing as a sport, which ensured a constant supply of well-trained horses for the military. This innovation in military engineering was just one of the many factors that contributed to the success of Thutmose's reign. His ability to adapt and innovate, coupled with his strategic brilliance and determination, made him one of the greatest pharaohs in Egyptian history. The art of war is as old as civilization itself. But the genius of Thutmose III lay not in his imitation of past strategies, but in his ability to innovate, to blend tradition with new ideas and uncharted territories. Thutmose's military brilliance can be seen in his choice of weapons and tactics, his organization of the army, and his ability to inspire his troops. He didn't just conquer new lands, he revolutionized the way war was fought. Thutmose III came to power at a time when Egypt was at a crossroads. While his predecessors had expanded the empire's borders, they had also left it vulnerable to attack. Thutmose inherited an army that was ill-prepared and demoralized. But he didn't shy away from the challenge. Instead, he set about reforming the military and instilling in his soldiers a sense of discipline and pride. He introduced new weapons and armor, improved training techniques, and reorganized the army into smaller, more maneuverable units. These reforms paid off quickly. Thutmose was able to repel invasions and launch counterattacks that pushed his enemies back across the border. But he didn't stop there. He went on to conquer vast territories, including Nubia, Syria, and Palestine. His victories were not just due to his military might, but also to his strategic brilliance. Thutmose was a master of logistics, able to keep his troops supplied with food and water even in the most remote regions. He also understood the importance of intelligence gathering and often had spies in enemy camps. This allowed him to anticipate his opponent's moves and develop strategies to counter them. One of his most famous battles was the Battle of Megiddo. There he faced a coalition of Canaanite kings who had come to reclaim their lost territories. Thutmose divided his army into 3 columns and attacked the coalition from 3 sides. His chariots were instrumental in the victory, allowing his troops to move quickly and strike the enemy with precision. Thutmose's military genius is evident in his choice of tactics. He didn't rely on brute force alone, but used strategy, intelligence, and innovation to outmaneuver his opponents. His army was a well-oiled machine, each unit playing a vital role in the overall strategy. He was also not afraid to take risks, often employing bold tactics that caught his enemies off guard. But perhaps the most important aspect of Thutmose's military success was his ability to inspire his troops. He led by example, often putting himself in harm's way to boost the morale of his soldiers. His bravery and determination were contagious, and his troops fought with a ferocity that inspired awe in his enemies. As we delve deeper into the life of Thutmose III, we begin to see a man who was not just a great warrior, but a visionary leader, a skilled administrator, and a patron of the arts. He ruled over Egypt with wisdom and fairness, ensuring the prosperity of his people and the continuation of their rich cultural heritage. Thutmose's legacy is a testament to the power of innovation, strategy, and leadership. He was a true Renaissance man of the ancient world, a warrior king who changed the face of warfare forever. His military innovations, strategic brilliance, and inspiring leadership continue to be studied and admired by military leaders and historians alike. Thutmose's story is a reminder that with innovation, strategy, and determination, even the most daunting challenges can be overcome. What are your thoughts on the military genius of Thutmose III? Do you have any insights or perspectives you'd like to share? Please feel free to comment below. We'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to subscribe for more exciting journeys through history. And thanks for joining us on this exploration of one of ancient Egypt's most legendary warriors. Until next time, keep learning and stay curious.